So I did the research on this girl. Apparently, she is a female pastor. So she says, POV, you're the Christian female in the divorce. So here, she says, and yet, if you don't just make a decision to be bigger for you, you'll be paddling in the sand with oars going nowhere. It has been overwhelming, the stories of Christian women I hear every day going through divorce or have been through it. So many of them echo my own, while others I can't relate to at all. One thing is sure, we are expected to smile and keep our demure posture of worship no matter what. Well, me, I'm not willing or able to be fake. I am willing to move forward, though. I found this new journey to be filled with so many broken women and more. So this is just feminist rhetoric. I'm not reading all that shit. Because it's not. You've seen me read paragraphs longer than this, but I'm speed reading through this and I'm tired. And people wonder why. Like, hold on, do I need to bring up? This is the problem. This is the problem with particularly Christian males, these so-called conservatives. Why are you not calling out these female pastors? There's not even supposed to be female pastors according to the Bible. Hold on, let me bring up the verse real quick because I got this saved in my wallet. I got this verse saved in my wallet right here. I got this verse saved right here. 1 Corinthians 14, 34 to 35. Let me bring up let me go Pastor Chris real quick. Let me go Pastor Chris on you real quick. Pastor Chris, Pastor Mike right here. let me search up 1 Corinthians 14 verses 34 to 35. Let me show you something real quick. Because all these they always talking about what men need to do, but then you got like female pastors out here spreading nonsense, and meanwhile they're not even supposed to be female pastors according to the Bible. Right here. Hold on for a second. Hold on for a second, man. What is this in the version? So right here, I'm gonna share you this verse right here. 1 Corinthians 14 verses 34 to 35. I got these verses saved in my wallet, mind you. I got this verse in my wallet. Here it says, let your women keep silence in the churches, for it is not permitted unto them to speak, but they are commanded to be under obedience, as also saith the law. And if they will learn anything, let them ask their husbands at home, for it is a shame for women to speak in the church. Now, there's another verse I got in my wallet right here. These verses, they will never bring these verses up. They will never bring these verses up. They will never bring. Let me search up another one real quick. 1 Timothy 2 verses 11 through 15. I got some verses for y'all, man. Where it's very clear they don't want women to preach in the Bible. This is like I said, I'm not a Christian, but this is the book that they supposedly stand on, right? You know, these are the supposed Christian women that be trying to tell dudes what a real man is, but they really shouldn't. They're not even supposed to be talking. right here. 1 Timothy 2 verses 11 through 15. A woman should learn in quietness, in full submission. I do not permit a woman to teach or to assume authority over a man. She must be quiet. For Adam was formed first, then Eve, and Adam was not the one deceived. It was the woman who was deceived and became a sinner. But women will be saved through childbearing if they continue in faith, love, and holiness with propriety. Look, this is not for me. This is from their Bible. This is from their Bible. This is the Bible that they stand on. But they don't ever want to bring these verses up. They don't ever want to bring these verses up. Now you got you got female pastors now pushing their feminist stuff. and let's keep it real. They're not leaving because of cheating. No, that's cap. I want you guys to write these verses down. We got 1 Corinthians 14 verses 34 to 35, and then and let me give you 1 Timothy 2 verses 11 through 15. Hold on for a sec. So Ron L. Macklin Jr. said that's speaking on old laws, and I know you can say that, but even then, I know what you're trying to say. But this is in the New Testament too, because that would be probably the first thing somebody say. Oh, that's probably Old Testament. This is in the New Testament. This is in the New Testament, because it'll be like you'll show a verse. And I'm not talking about. I know what you're trying to say. I know you're saying this is a old fashioned way to preach. I know what you're trying to say, but I mean, like, what other girls will say. You'll bring a girl a verse like this, and she will just be like, "But they didn't mean it like that," or they'll be like, "But that was in the Old Testament." Nope, it's in the New Testament. Both of these passages are in the New Testament. Both of these passages are in the New Testament. Or you can just bring up just what they call it, Proverbs 31. right? But I like these verses because it's very straightforward. I got these verses in my wallet, mind you. These verses are in my wallet and in my phone. That's my ultimate trump card right there. I'll be bringing that up. Like, you know, the Yu-Gi-Oh scene, when he faces that trainer, I forgot, Kaida, I think that's his name. Somebody, and he has the blue eyes dragon. I'll be bringing up these verses like it's Exodia. Exodia, obliterate. 1 Corinthians 14 verses 34. I mean, right. 14 verses 34 to 35. Pastor Chris Jennings here. Yo. But here, but like I said, here you got a female pastor here saying that divorce is okay. This is crazy. This is crazy. But no men, because there's no real men at the church. All the real men are gone from church. It's just homosexuals at church. Those are the only men left at the church are the homosexuals, the pastor, and the musicians that are not really from the church. They're just doing it. They're just doing their job. And what's interesting, those will be the only dudes that the woman be aiming for at the church is the music director, one of the musicians, right? The choir director, or one of the pastor or the pastor's sons. These are the people that most of the single women at the church be gunning for anyway. So that's the ironic thing about it. Man, how much did she write? Yeah, this is a feminist, bro. Man, we got to find out where her church is. And look, and people keep talking about cheating too. And what? Look, man, if you wasn't, homie, if you wasn't sleeping with your husband regularly, it's not cheating. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to tell you, it's not cheating if you're not doing your job, because that's your job. That's your job. Yeah, no problem doing it in college. So I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I saw y'all 304s in college. Y'all had no problems bouncing around on the basketball teams, football teams, the frat brothers. You had no the hockey team. Y'all had no problem doing that. So if you're not sleeping, I'm talking about, like, there was a spreadsheet that went viral where a guy kept a spreadsheet of all the times his wife turned him down for sex. So like, and I'm looking at that and I'm like, bro, if she cheats, if he looks for somebody else outside for sex, that's not cheating. That's not cheating, because she's clearly not doing her job. You're not doing your job. So it's not that. And most of the time it's not like they just let's keep it real. A lot of these ladies, they leave because they're bored, or they think they got a high value a guy with a lot of money in her ear, or a guy with status in her ear, telling her everything that she wants to hear, and she's trying to monkey branch. Or she thinks that, because she is a pastor, apparently. So I'm just going to assume her husband is not a pastor, or her ex-husband is not a pastor. So she probably thought, oh, I outgrew him. You know what I mean? You got female pastors now. After like, she's like, yeah, divorce is cool. Forget about the kids. Fuck the kids. But shout out to the people in the comment section. I see woman and man calling her out, saying, what are you talking about? So it is what it is. Let's look at these comments. Yugi Moto, Sato Kaiba, that was his name. That had the blue eyes dragon. That's one of my favorite anime scenes of all time. The English dub version had me laughing. But yeah, Ron, I knew exactly what you mean. That's just old fashioned stuff. Dudes are not. They're not gonna bring this issue up at church, please. With that big crew, the single mommies ministry at the pastor's neck, please. He said they bow down to the basketball players. But dude, I've been on college campus, bro. I'm sorry, I've seen too. I'm talking about, I went to a small college too, and I saw the nonsense, and I'm just like, bro, if this is happening, I'm talking about, I went to a small college, though, like people, like everybody knows each other. So now imagine she's going to like just even a big. It wasn't even. It was a small state college I went to. So now imagine a decent sized state college, let alone say like a University of Alabama, University of Florida, Florida State University, Arizona. Forget UConn. Because I already, like, I took a trip to UConn when I was WestCon for like a recruiting trip with the team, bro. Man, I'm sorry. I always say this. She went to college. She smokes weed. She's not for me. I'm sorry. The Church of City Girl Power. The Church of City Girl Power. Yo, you might as well. Might as well list it like that. They're going to Pound Town in church. You activated my trap card. Yo. But man, look, man. Like, this is why, man, these female pastors, they be going wild. Like, I be seeing these clips of these female pastors. They be doing crazy stuff, saying crazy. I'm like, so they just gonna allow this? Wow. Anyway, but like I said, most men are simps. They're not gonna call women out if they step out. They're not gonna do it. They're just not brave enough to do it. You know, it's just, dude, man, homie. I'll tell you how bad it is out here. Remember, you know how, like, the porn star, right? The prawn star, Mia Khalifa, right? So, you know how she's been going around saying that she got tricked into doing porn, or maybe like she didn't get like the money that she was supposed to get, like she was lying about that, and they've already proved it. I'm talking about, it was a dude I went on a show with, and this is a person I respect, and he was like, "Oh yeah, but didn't Mia Khalifa, she didn't get paid for her thing?" I was like, "No, she lied about that. You didn't know about this?" He said, "Oh no, that's what she said." Bruh. Because women, what women do is, because they know eventually somebody's gonna fall for their story, so they're just gonna keep repeating it until you're just so beaten down, and you're just like, "Ugh, you know what, whatever. Let me join your tea party." You know, they do this as kids. they're not gonna leave you alone until you join their make believe tea party. You know what I mean? That's just how it is. Let me check out her page though, because I found out she was a pastor. I was like, oh my God. Oh, she looks like she a scam artist. Oh, this is her without the makeup. Yikes. Oh man, she looking crazy. But I'll say this. Let me keep it a buck with you. Let me keep it a buck with you guys. I've caught work. I used to be on my way to play music at churches like this, for like, I'm talking about for the regular, and I still get offers to play at churches like this all the time. It's great production, you know what I mean? Nice pay, especially when you're talking about contemporary Christian music. It's good pay, way better than way better pay than the black churches, right? The Baptist churches, right? But I still get offers here and there. Hey, you want to play over here? I don't want to. I don't want to. I don't want to. You know what I mean? But it's a you know, I will say this. Let me tell you how I work. This is because I don't blame the pastors for hustling the lames. I mean, the people. I don't blame the pastors for hustling. Let me tell you this, man. When I go to church, if when it comes to church, this is my opinion on church, right? I respect the pastors. I respect the musicians. I respect the people on the deacon board, whoever's on the board, the treasury. Now, the reason why I respect these three positions in church is because they're the only ones making the money in the church. I mean, you cannot tell me, bro, if you in church for umpteenth years and you're just going there and you not part of if you're not making no money off this hustle, man. I mean, bro, what you doing? I don't know how people cannot see how church is not a hustle, but you know, that's well, it's not. It's a part of this discussion, the TradCon discussion, but you know, it's especially I done met these young pastors, bro, when they were growing up. I done met these people. Like, it's if people knew, people would be like, man, I ain't supporting this. I ain't putting my money on this. I do like a couple of pastors though. I do like what's his name? Corey I don't know. Is his name Geno Jennings? Yeah, I like Pastor Geno Jennings. I like Jesse Lee Peterson's church. I like him. I like his church. Who else? Pastor David Manning. He was one of my favorites. I like those guys. those guys, I like them. Yeah, but man, church is a hustle, dog. Yeah, man. She a straight hustler, dog. She a straight hustler.
That's costing your peace, what is taking your rest. Go back to the Lord is my shepherd. I shall not want.
Oh man. Like I said, I could easily join in on this hustle, guys. Like I can you might some people have caught me at certain gigs, bro. I'm gonna just let you know right now. He might end up joining my panel one day too. You never know. I just talked about this with him yesterday. There have been people that have caught me out. They were like, "Oh, you doing a gig here?" But don't. And I'll be like, "Hey, man, hey, this is Fight Club. We don't talk about Fight Club at church here. Oh man. Pyro said I like swallowed up. Oh man, that's hilarious. That is hilarious. The swallowed up clip by TD Jakes. TD Fakes. I don't want to say his name on here. By TD Fakes. Have you ever been swallowed up? Swallowed. He said, I would have been swallowed up. Have you ever been swallowed up? I would have been. Man, that is one of the funniest things I've seen in my life. I'm talking about in my life. I don't know. He should have not had that clip. Hey, yo, man. Oh, man. First of all, when he did that response video, the response video to the allegations, that was hilarious. That was the gayest response I ever seen in my life. He was like, I'm not gonna address a lie when I can tell the truth. And girl, I'm telling you. I was like, this nigga look gay as hell, dog. I'm like, this dude, that was the gayest I ever seen TD Jakes look. And mind you, I think TD Fakes, I think he's a gifted speaker. I think he is a great speaker. I mean, like he's really a great speaker, like a great speaker. You know what I mean? Great motivational speaker, all of that. Great businessman, all of that. Yo, for real, I'm sorry. When I saw that, he's like, I'm not gonna address a lie when I can tell the truth. I was like, this nigga guilty, dog. Then nigga at the end, he was like, in the Gospel of St. Matthew. This dude ended up almost crying at the end of the speech, man. I was like, this man, he's been swallowed up. He's been swallowed up for real. No joke. This is the clownery that we have. But I say I don't want TD Fakes to lose his clout because I respect his hustle, man. He hustling out here, man. You gotta make that paper. Plus, I know I follow a lot of the musicians that be working at the Potter House. They do some good music, they do some good work. I don't want them to lose their job. Yo, the musicians, dude, like it's a small circuit. You know what I'm saying? At a certain spot, we know, like, you know what I mean? Or you'll bump into a musician that knows a musician, and then you'll follow them on Instagram. Like, man, they do some great work. Those musicians be nice. You'd be like, man, these musicians are awesome. Awesome, like the best. Yeah, like me, I have no hate towards TD Fakes. I have no hate. I have no hate. Like I promise you, on everything I know, I got no hate toward TD Fakes. No hate. I think he is a great speaker. I think he's a great public speaker, and he's a great hustler. He's a great at what he's great. I'm talking about he's great at what he does. But he's been swallowed up. Oh man, yeah, he's been swallowed up.